Hi everyone. With the gold prices hitting all-time highs consistently in the past few months, this is the hot asset everyone's talking about. In a recent class discussion, a question came up. How much gold is actually there in the world? And more importantly, what does that scarcity mean for money markets and central banks? That led me to do some digging for some data on this subject, which I wanted to share with you. This visual that has been created with data from the World Gold Council and United States Geological Survey helps to put that question into perspective. If you look at all the gold that has ever been mined in human history, everything that exists above ground, it adds up to roughly 216,000 tons. That is all the gold we have. Every ring, every coin, every bar, every central bank reserve. What is striking is how this gold is distributed across different forms. About 45% of all the gold ever mined sits in jewelry. This tells us something important. Gold is not just a financial asset. It is deeply embedded in culture, savings behavior, and long-term wealth preservation. And who better would understand this with us Indians? I think we all Indians will surely understand considering the love that we have for this asset. About 22% is held for in gold bars and coins, including investment products, which includes even ETFs. This is the gold that directly responds to fear, inflation expectations, currency debasement, and even financial stress. Another 17% is held by central banks. That share has, however, been rising with central banks buying gold, not for the purpose of yield, not for the purpose of return, but for the purpose of credibility. See, understand, gold does not have the counterparty risk. It does not depend on another government's promise. In a world of expanding debt balance sheets of different governments and rising geopolitical fragmentation that's been happening for the past few years, this difference definitely matters. This change definitely matters. The remaining portion is used for industrial and technological applications where gold's physical properties almost make it irreplaceable. Things like your phones, gadgets, chips, etc., things that you are using, they also have very minuscule amount of gold, but all of that adds up to almost 32,000 tons that has ever been used. Now, let's look at the gold on below the surface, below the ground. All the gold that is still economically viable to be mined, what we call as reserves here, is only about 55,000 tons. Beyond that, there are resources that may or may not ever be mined, depending on the price and technology. In other words, even the future supply is somewhat limited depending on this price and how easily can be extracted. That is why gold prices behave the way they do. See, gold cannot be printed. Its supply grows at about 1 to 2% per year, while the money that we use, which is the currency, that can be printed at a much faster rate. Over long periods of time, gold reflects the discipline, or in fact, the lack of discipline in the monetary systems. So when gold hits record highs, it is not merely speculation. It is often a signal about how inflation expectations are shaping up, trust in the currencies, and the confidence in the global financial architecture. Gold is not money in that transactional sense anymore, but it remains one of the powerful mirrors of how the monetary system is evolving today. I hope you enjoyed that video. Well, keep following. Thanks.